Whew. Good day to you. Doing my daily chores right now. Hadn't really talked to y'all since we started birthing or kidding in the goat world. And we're through our first wave of kidding. And next week we're going to be bringing in another 9 of our goats to finish it out. So anyway, today I thought I'd just show you all some of the things that I do on a daily basis and kind of show you where, put it this way, if you ever bought a goat from us, this is pretty much where they start out. And so you saw that goats leave a lot of poop. They're constantly pooping everywhere. And so one of the daily chores is just to get everything swept up. Keeping everything clean is important. And I'll kind of show you. We've taken the horses and put them on the back pasture for now. And what that has allowed us to do is to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a run, 5 stalls in a run, just so that we can keep an eye on the babies right after they're born, and also at the young age when they're crying and yelling for their mamas. Really don't want to have them out in the pasture. We have a lot of predators around, a lot of coyotes. and birds of prey, that sort of thing. And so we have the facilities, why not use them? It is a lot of extra work, but Stephanie and I are able to pitch in and make this work. And there's a little bit of enjoyment too about being able to watch these goats bond with their moms bond with the babies, and you know, just being able to keep a close eye on them is pretty cool. So here's one of the stalls that we use, and what we did, as the babies start dropping, in other words, as the moms start kidding, if we can kind of contain them quick enough, we'll get them into a stall, and that way the other goats are not around. They can have some kind of private time, and then if we need to do anything in an emergency kind of way, we can get in there and get it done. So we got 3 stalls there and a stall over here. We leave this open in the evening, and what they end up doing is they come in here and they kind of have found their spots. They'll bed up in these different stalls, and in the morning we send them out, feed them outside a little hay and grain, and then close this door off. This is the door that goes over to our little kidding pasture, and we leave this open throughout the day because a lot of times the kids will come back in here to take their naps and stuff underneath these dog containers. Let's see, nothing under there, nothing under that one, nothing under that one. Okay, so they're all, today it is it's a little dreary out. We've had a lot of rain, but all the kids are out there with their mamas. So kind of show you, I went outside, there's little stairs going up to the pasture, and that's where all the babies are with their mamas. But anyway, I think I showed you, yeah, I know I did, I've shown you all that. That's the run. We kind of also use this as a stall area. When they were dropping kids pretty quick, we would just simply close this off, and then now that became a stall to use as well. So all in all, it's working pretty good. Things have kind of changed and progressed as we've done this, and this seems to be working really good this year. We're really happy with the way it's working out. We keep our hay right there, and this is the only thing I really don't care for, but it's working out all right. When they come in to sleep at night, a couple of the mamas and babies are sleeping on this hay right here, but they're able to get their head in there and feed, and so we just kind of push these loose bales up on the other side of this. Babies are able to get in here, crawl underneath, and get some kind of shelter there. The other thing is that when we sweep up every day, we end up with a fair amount of manure, and rather than throwing that in a pile, we've been using it to kind of fertilize our own pasture. We have a pitiful soil here, just not very good at all, and so that's been a battle with us all along. We usually keep the horses here in this part of our property, and the horses just a lot more weight, and 5 horses, they'll beat down anything. But what we've been doing is taking the manure and kicking it off into the little bare spots, and in time, my hope is that it will help grow some really good, strong grass that can withstand erosion, that sort of thing. So it's kind of tough looking right now that this time of year. That whole area, there's a lot of water that comes down from the road, and it can kind of look like a river at times when it comes through here. Anyway, I'm gonna walk over here and kind of show y'all some of the babies. Hadn't done that yet. We've had 18 so far, I think 18 or 19. We've got another probably 15 to 18 more to go. And so, like I said, we're going to be this next week moving a lot of goats over here that are going to be kidding here pretty soon. I did fix this little stairs here to help with any kind of erosion, and it's worked out really well. The only thing I need to do is I'm going to form up right in here, and I'm going to pour some concrete and do a pretty heavy brush on it so that horizontally, so that it is good traction for the goats and also helps prevent further erosion. I'll show you this girl right here. Is phenomenal. It's funny, a little history. We called her, I called her Sexy Girl in the beginning. She has, first of all, her bloodline is, she's pure Spanish. Her bloodline is Valera. And I called her Sexy Girl because her ears always just kind of flowed back, and just like she was so dainty and pretty. Sexy. I was overruled by Steph, and now her name is Wendy. I guess because her ears flow in the wind. But she has turned out to be a keeper. This is her first time kidding. She's not fully grown. She's pretty small frame size. She's going to grow out a lot bigger than that. But she had a single, which they usually do the beginning, have a single. And it was just unbelievable how well she mothered. She had a very easy birth. The little kid was up on her feet in no time at all. Just amazing. And it's like she had everything, had rehearsed it before. The baby went right up to her teats and started milking right off the bat, and the rest is history. So there's her baby, doing really well. So yeah, she's gonna be a keeper for sure. We'll hopefully she'll have twins. You see the other goat right behind her is also Valera, and her little baby, little single, is doing well. That one came out very small, and I guess that's a good thing. To some extent, she had those little floppy legs, but she's doing really well. She has barely any kind of milk bag on her. Just amazing that that little goat has been able to get enough nutrients, but everything's working out well. Look at her feeding. There you go. She really has to reach up there and find it. It was kind of difficult in the beginning. to get the baby to nurse, we had to help out a little bit. She did have those floppy feet, and because the milk bag is not down low enough, we kind of had to assist in getting her on the tit to begin with. Now all is fine, but that was one that we had to assist with. The only one that was open that has not had a baby is that black one there, Mamba. But I will say, as far as conformation goes, that is one awesome goat. So I'm not going to give up on her yet. I'm going to put her back in with the boys and see if we can't get her bred. She is just everything that a goat should embody. Just very strong, very healthy. Here's the other little babies running around. These we're going to be tagging next week, which is not fun at all, but that's what we got to do to keep up with them. We're going to reach in and grab them and start tagging, and then as they come up to milk their mamas, then we can kind of enter in, those are the babies, those numbers match the mama, and then we can start building our database from there. So we like to keep up with who's who, what mamas, what babies go together, so that you can tell a baby like that with their Valera mama. Look at the milk bags on her. Good gosh, she's awesome. So we can simply tell those apart from something like that little baby, who is a baby from a Kiko. And so we'll keep up with that. We gotta keep up with our Kikos and our Spanish. There's a Kiko. That's a 100% New Zealand Kiko that was crossbred with a Bayless Spanish goat. And you can see her babies right there. They've just beautiful, turned out beautiful. A lot of coloration. Here's another. She's actually 88% Kiko. She is registered. She has Gene Master in her, I believe. Awesome genetics. She is the alpha mama around here. She had triplets. Her babies are doing really well. That's all 3 of them right there. Of course, Ruthie is always here by my side. Hey, Ruthie. Ruthie had a single this year. That right there is Tiny Tim. Such a small little boy, but he has got such beautiful color. But Sparky is he's white and black, and he throws a lot of color. And then Luna J there's got that brown badger face, and you can see just on that back right flank is kind of what's left of the mama. And then everything else has got the coloration of daddy, except for the face. We got the little badger face, don't we? We got the little badger face. Yes. Oh, yeah. He's doing so good. He's doing good. He loves his head scratched. Yep, scratch, 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 scratch. Yep, ugly, ugly with all the implements here, but that's the way it is on a farm sometimes. You have things that have to be used, but you don't always have Whoa! You don't always have a place to put them, so just live with it. Anyway, these are what we got here so far. Again, the tally. We have only lost one baby, and that's it. Everybody else is doing great. Alright, well, that just about wraps it up. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and hope you enjoyed the little tour of the kidding barn for now. That's what we're going to call it. And what we do on a daily basis, chore-wise, and getting to see the little babies. So for now, I hope all of y'all are doing well. Wish all of y'all the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care.